All right, ladies and gents. So listen, I had started this reading for the daily reading, and I had a little glitch. So the view is just gonna be this way. The cards were already down for the high frequency, the medium frequency, and overall energy in the month. Right. So now, again, the month speaks of in a way Jupiter. Right. We're talking about Sagittarius energy, the ninth house, and the card that came down speaks of peace. It says, I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy." This is the discussion, and this is not a bad card to come down in Jupiter, especially because Jupiter speaks about faith, belief, spirituality, communication, creativity, wealth, all of those things. And in order to get that done, yeah, you have to release and be able to release negative energy. So the overall energy for Pisces today is the sun, and the sun is speaking of judgment and those who like to pass judgment and should not. Right? So the card is speaking about, it says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. And this is something that should be made clear to Pisces today that feel like they're dealing with groups of individuals or even in family and work where things is not exactly the same. Don't be overbearing. Respect the fact that everybody has their own path, their own way. And even if you reconnect on a path, it's all right for people to take their own path. So now the high frequency speaks of Mars, and the cards that came down was the Knight of Swords, Six of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. Being that I'm only doing one view today, I will pick it up. And so here we have the Knight of Swords here, and the high frequency of Mars, and the Six of Wands, and also the Eight of Cups. So what this is talking about, when you're dealing with Mars and the high energies, right? This is a balanced, a more balanced, more strategic energy, more organized, somebody that's more energy that's more well thought out, right? But most importantly, in this high frequency is not an overbearing of trying to control motion and movement and travel of thought, speech, how one feels, someone's success, and understanding that in that there will be some walking aways, and they are comfortable enough to allow the walking aways, knowing that, you know, if it's meant to be that person to come back, if not, you know, they won't. So Pisces, that's dominant in a fire, their sun, their Jupiter, your Aries, your Mars energy. Understand that being overbearing and passing judgment because paths are different is not the move. And it shows that in the medium frequency, when you deal with Saturn, you deal in the house Capricorns, employers, elders, things of that, building strong foundations, money, investments, right? And so it brings you this Four of Wands, this fire energy here. This is about building a strong and firm foundation by working together with the Three of Pentacles here, working together, which will bring success, right? Also, it shows this Queen of Swords energy, which came up earlier. This is the air, water energy that takes place. There may be, you know, Pisces that have dominant in air and water. There may be a Pisces that's interacting or wanting to interact with, or feels that they are not interacting with the with this Queen of Swords energy, right? Feeling that, you know, the desire for the Queen of Swords to walk away kind of energy and a higher frequency, right? So at the end of the day, working together, yes, it brings upon success. Building a strong foundation, you know, it does create motion. So pay attention to the middle frequency is a nice frequency today, and should be made clear to Pisces dealing in the sun energy, you know, because when you're dealing with sun, you're still dealing with family, you're still dealing with romance, you're still dealing with creativity, you're still dealing with passion, you're still dealing with, you know, taking risk and desires and seeing things clearly and being content. But in being content, Pisces, it requires one to understand that passing judgment is not it. Alrighty, so now let's look at this Pluto, Scorpio energy down here. And so you got this King of Pentacles that comes down. This is Earth, fire energy. You got the Seven of Swords that comes down here. And you got the Emperor that comes down here. Now, the Emperor is also, you know, fire energy. You got this Earth. So what we got here is this King of Pentacles in the lower vibration. Okay, so this person usually would be successful, wealthy, and stable, but they're in a lower vibration, there may have been a change, or there may be a change here with this masculine energy, Pisces. If you have dominance and you have a little earth energy in you, this could be you or somebody that you're dealing with. It's also showing some issues here when it may come to dealing with authorities or people with power, a little bit of theft that's seen, and it's not being spoken. Now in this lower vibration with the Seven of Swords, there's definitely something that's being stolen, okay, and it's probably in reference to business, right? Power, a position. This is in the lower frequencies here. And when you're talking about Scorpio, you're talking about inheritance. You're talking about the endings of things being reestablished, regeneration, but also usually with compassion. And this lower frequency, it would be none of that, right? So now that we're looking at this on a full scale here, we have this King of Pentacles in a low frequency. The importance of a strong foundation is necessary, even though there may be some messages that may come through in a higher frequency that creates motion and movement, right? After that, with the Seven of Swords energy right here, this thievery, okay, would be, the inability and the lack of working together that may take place, that could possibly affect being in a successful position. And this is why it's good to stay in this middle frequency and find ways to work together to become successful at the end of the day. Now, this Emperor energy is very controlling, very masculine energy, very authoritative kind of energy, can be very aggressive and warish in the lower frequencies. When you're dealing with this Queen of Swords energy here, Pisces, pay attention to your air energy, your fire energy, and people that you interact with in this particular energy. This may cause a walking away. The Eight of Cups. Usually with the Eight of Cups, there's a return. One will return. But let's see what this is looking like when you're dealing with this type of situation. Let's see. Where's the Eight of Cups going? So the Eight of Cups walks away. Okay, so there may be a walking away. You get this twin flame, lovers energy, right? So this person may walk away and decide that, their connection is somewhere else. Okay, the Queen of Swords is looking towards the lovers energy regardless. So let's see what else is going here with this Queen of Swords. And you got the Ace of Swords, right? So this is communication, thought, contracts, agreements. You're dealing with the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, all right? And so you have this Emperor in a lower frequency that comes down, Pisces, and there's heartbreak there. Now, at the end of the day, when you pay attention to how the charts work, even though we are speaking about Pisces, understand that Pisces can have a nice bit of Leo in a chart, a nice bit of Jupiter in a chart, a nice bit of Mars, Saturn, and Pluto in a chart, and then these water energies, may have them moving a little bit in the air, a little bit, just a little bit, not a lot, in the medium frequency. So the medium frequency right now is not such a bad frequency, especially when you're moving up. Be aware of who you speak about your success to. There'll be people and there'll be situations where there'll be Pisces that walk away. There may be some Geminis that decide to walk away. There may be some twin flame energy involved that's being tampered with based off of a Pisces and judgment or judging. Okay, this is a situation that's very interesting because really, in the air, in this middle frequency, is really strong foundations working together. Being intuitive, being able to tap in, being able to think and communicate clearly. That's there in the medium frequencies for Pisces and other signs also. But in this low frequency, this overbearing, very sneaky, conniving energy that moves is really his heartbreak. All right, so Pisces, if you're dealing with earth signs right now and you got a nice bit of air in your chart, pay attention to if you're dealing with an earth fire sign that, is a little bit sneaky, conniving, possessive, authoritative, and really just heartbroken. And that's probably why they act that way, right? Stay in your higher frequency. You know, chase after your dreams, chase after your goals of being successful. It may require you to walk away from some things, and you'll be surprised at what you run into. And so, therefore, Pisces, do not pass judgment. If you are Pisces outside of the field and you're dealing with these different energies and individuals, don't be the one to pass judgment, because that's not going to cut it. At the end of the day, Pisces, just stay focused on a higher frequency of speaking and success. You know, respecting the fact that people have different choices and different paths. Be content with that. You know, focus on strong foundations, working together, the way you communicate, the way that you think, your gift of communication, and stay out this lower frequency of over materialism, or lack thereof materials, theft, thievery, sneaky behavior, overbearing, over aggressive energies that create, you know, emotional disturbances. Anyway, smooches and deuces. This is a reading for today. See you on the next one.